Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back on the screen rather than being behind the screen for a change. But yeah, I basically wanted to do this 21 questions witchy tag, which I thought was quite cool. It's just, again, so you guys can get to know me a bit better, because I have been a bit MIA recently. And I do apologise for that. I really want to get into making more videos. And more frequent, but it's just been such a bind recently with other things going on in my life, so apologies for that. But I've got my questions on my phone here. I just want to show this phone case as well because it's awesome. It's an Anne Stokes one. It was actually a gift from my mum, and it is really cool. It's sort of got like a little credit cardy bit in the inside as well, which is good, so I don't have to carry like a giant bag everywhere. But yeah, so I'm just going to answer these questions, and I apologies if I keep looking down because the questions are here, so I have to keep looking at them to make sure I know what I'm actually talking about. But yeah, basically, so question number 1, how did you first find out about Wicca? Right, okay, so it's Wicca related more, or that's the question is anyway. Well, really the first time I found out about Wicca or witchcraft or anything of that sort was when I was probably about 13 or 14. I started hanging around at school with one of the girls of a lower year than myself, actually, and her mum is a psychic medium, and she travels and does all sorts of amazing things with her gifts, and it was actually her who lent me, or my friend who lent me, this book that her mum had given to her, about witchcraft and Wicca and types of Wicca and what that meant to be Wiccan. And that was kind of when I first started reading this book and thinking, actually, this is something that really calls to me, is very sort of, it resonates with me. Everything on there sounds like, or at least in some way sounded like it fit what I thought about the world, what I thought about different things, and obviously what I was thinking spiritually. Even before then, I had obviously had thoughts where I thought, you know, I believe in certain things which maybe others don't, probably right back to maybe being 9 or 10, but that book was sort of the first one that put me really in the path that I'm on now. So the second question is, how old were you when you first started practicing? So probably not long after I started reading this book. At that age I probably was more following what the book was saying rather than what I was putting into it myself, but that certainly came at a later date. But certainly from about the age of, how am I? 14 to 15 is when I started to really get into it. Are you in the broom closet? No, I'm not. There'd be some that I wouldn't maybe share with the depth of what I do, because I don't think it's relevant for them to know. It's more, they know that I'm spiritual, they know that I'm a witch, and that's probably as much as they need to know. But my family are very supportive. My husband doesn't really care. It's not his bag, but it doesn't have to be, it's mine. And yeah, he's sort of happy for me to do whatever I want. And yeah, that's it really. I'm not at all sort of hiding what I do. I mean, my house is obvious that I'm into that sort of thing. My living room, every room in the house has got something spiritual or fairy related in it, so it's kind of hard to hide really. The question number 4, how old are you? I am just turned 25, I was 25 in March, and yeah, that's 25. Obviously my astrological sign is, I'm actually on the Aries Pisces cusp, so I've got some of the attributes of Aries but some of the attributes of Pisces as well. So I'm emotionally angry, which is great. What was the first spell that you cast? That's question number 6. So the first spell that I cast would probably be a love spell. I remember doing silly things, love spells, or things like that. But I think that was probably age related as well. At the time I was young, and love spells was in all the spell books, so that was what I tried to do. But yeah. Question number 7. What is your favourite tool? This is a difficult one because I absolutely love crystals as a tool, whether it is as a wand, or as mojo bags. as tools to use to meditate or tools to use in spell work. But then on the other hand, I absolutely love tarot and oracle decks, so cards. They're also a really useful thing to use. So I think if I had to choose, I probably would choose tarot. No, I wouldn't. I'd choose crystals. I'll move on. I'd choose crystals. Number 8. How many familiars do you have, and what kind of animal are they? So I just have one animal, and it's a cat, and she is definitely my familiar. You probably seen her in one of my other videos. Usually she gets right in the way and puts her bum in the way, but probably now, Shadow. Yeah, now we want to see her, she's nowhere to be seen. But yeah, so I've got a black cat. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll see that I have a huge affinity with my cat, and I post a lot of pictures of her because she's amazing, and everyone must see and know that my cat is amazing. So yeah. Number 9. Who is your favourite famous YouTube witch? Dear, I don't think I could choose. I've got a top 3. Top 3 would be Laura Dallaghan, Ember Honeyraven, and Jo Morris. But I couldn't possibly pick who would be my favourite out of those 3. So that's my top 3. Have you ever had a spell backfire? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think I spoke about this actually on another one of my videos. I'm very particular about when and why I do a spell now. Just because I don't always feel the need to complete spell work. I know a lot of witches will do spells, and I do occasionally cast spells, but I don't necessarily feel like they're integral to my craft. So on that one, no, just because I'm so cautious. What is your favourite herb? I love sage. Sage is fantastic for so many things. I love to do regular cleansing with sage, cleansing of the home, cleansing of myself or others. I use it in my crystal healing work, so I think, yeah, sage is probably the best all-rounder, followed by a close second of rosemary. Next question, question 12. What is your favourite colour? My favourite colour is probably black. I don't know, a lot of people would probably say that's not really a colour, but I like that. That's my favourite. It just goes with everything. I think I've just got such a dark personality. I do love colour, but I think black would probably be my choice if I had to pick one and never wear anything else or look at anything else or have anything else. Question 13. What is your favourite crystal? My favourite crystal is probably moonstone. I love everything about it. I love the feminine energy of it. I love the feel of it, the look of it. It's one of my favourites. Probably closely followed by labradorite and clear quartz. But yeah, moonstone has got to be my favourite of all of those. 14. Do you perform rituals inside or outside? Both, actually. I've done ritual indoors and outdoors. It depends, A, on the weather, and B, sometimes on the energy that I'm looking for. If I'm looking for something really earthy, very grounding, or naturistic, then I would always choose to go outside. Apologies. And that would be my choice to do that every time. But if it's just something that's or the weather's horrendous, or I don't have the option to go outside, then I'm quite happy to do it inside. I don't necessarily think that it makes a huge difference. Obviously being outside is nice because you have that connection with the elements, which is great, but also being an Aries, being fire related, I also find it hard to have candles outside when it's so windy and things like that. So I do like to have candles as part of ritual, because for me they just bring about a certain energy that I love to work with. So yeah, I would choose both. I like to do both, and I do perform both. Have you ever done a spell with someone else? With or for, I'm not sure what that means. I guess if with someone else, yes. I used to, me and my friend Kaylee, we used to do quite a lot of spells together, whether it be healing spells, protection spell. We did a protection spell for her cat a few years ago when she was having an operation. We just want to make sure she was going to be okay. and things like that. But yeah, so I have done spells with my friend, but that's probably about as far as it's gone. In terms of doing spells with other people, I have, if they've asked me to, and things like that. But yeah, I would say that that's limited. It's mainly things that I do is for me or my path or something specific that I'm looking for. Favourite witchcraft movie? Okay, so favourite witchcraft movie has got to be The Craft. Obviously, it's like the best film on the planet. Again, me and my friend Kaylee have watched it about 1 billion times, probably can recite it word for word, and anyone that comes over to my house that hasn't seen it before is forced to watch it. So yeah, that's great. I watch that one a lot. Number 17 is favourite incense, and that is Nag Champa, hands down. It works well with everything. I can use it well on everything, so I can hear Ashford walking downstairs. Yeah, so that's my favourite one of them. Question 18, are you in a coven or solitary? Definitely solitary. There's very limited access to things like covens in this area anyway, plus I would always prefer to work alone. He's making me laugh now because he's walking past. Now he's going to sit there and make me feel super awkward while I have to talk to myself at a camera. What is your favourite Sabbath? Probably Samhain, probably. That would be my favourite. I just like the energy at that time of the year. I love the colours of everything, the festival, what it's about, how it resonates, that sort of thing. That would be my choice of Sabbath. Which rune is your favourite? I mean, to be fair, I haven't done a hell of a lot with runes. That's probably something new. But one of the symbols that I like is the arrow. And I did read a little bit about that, and I've actually placed that on my Morrigan altar because it's all to do with like warrior energy and things like that. So that would be sort of where I would start, but I probably wouldn't be able to comment a whole lot on that because it's very new to me, to be fair. And last question is, what is your favourite witchcraft book? And this one I have done a video on before, so I won't go into it too much, but on my channel you'll see that I did a video about the it's making me laugh again, about the Morrigan book. So this was the Spellcraft and Lore of the Dark Goddess by Stephanie Woodfield. That's my favourite book by far. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully that helped you guys learn a little bit more about me and my path and things like that. If you've got any questions, then just give us a shout out and I will see you soon. Thank you, bye.